And we're live. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's for those that don't get to see us and the pre-production that we just happened, we're using this online app that does this countdown, and I think we both had a Wayne's World reference there where we did 5, 4, 3, and then we didn't say anything on 2 and 1, and then pointed to each other.
It
So
was a beautiful moment.
it was one of the most beautiful moments I've had with you.
Well, welcome everybody to another episode of Under the Covers.
Yes, this is very festive today, huh? Merry Christmas.
It is. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Happy Holidays.
Happy Hanukkah, or Chanukah, as Smokey Robinson might say.
Chanukah.
Chanukah.
That's new.
I think that's how he said it. Have you heard of that app called, I think it's called Cameo? Where you can pay, you can pay money to different celebrities to leave messages for anybody.
Yeah.
I highly recommend Googling Smokey Robinson giving a Hanukkah call to somebody, and it's beautiful. It's so innocent and wonderful. He didn't know, like he literally said, "Happy Chanukah." I don't know what that is, but Happy Chanukah to you.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, it's good stuff. So
we should probably. I mean, we've got all this gaggle of listeners. We should probably get on Cameo ourselves, huh? I mean, I'm sure the money would start rolling in it. That's how we can monetize. Last time we got Joey Lovato's Bloomin' Onions or something.
Joey Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
and those blossoms, flower seeds, because of in bloom. They're in bloom.
Oh yes, that's what it was.
Yes.
Do we have a sponsor today?
We do. Do you want me to get right into the sponsor for today?
I mean, we want to make sure we get it before we lose all the listeners in our first 10 minutes.
True. So today, again, happy holidays to everybody. Today's episode is a Christmas song. And our sponsor today was very generous. And today's sponsor is Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride Kit.
That sounds
you tired?
Fun.
It is. Are you tired of the same old chimney routine? Spice up your holiday season with Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride Kit. Unleash the magic of the back door with our exclusive kit that brings a whole new meaning to spreading holiday cheer. What's in this kit, you may ask?
I was going to ask that. Like, what is actually in this kit?
It's just lube.
I see what you've done there.
So, buy Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride Kit. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Chanukah. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Please watch this video. I'm not trying to be offensive, I promise.
Oh, no, I don't think we're not offending anybody. You know, these songs are pretty edgy, actually. These are the most edgy songs we've had on our podcast so far, actually.
Yes, yeah, I agree. It is a song with lots of, I don't even know if I want to say a double entendre. I think it's just an entendre.
Yeah. So, well, the song we're doing today, everybody, is my favorite Christmas song is Backdoor Santa. And
your favorite?
Many of you may not even know this song. Oh, it's up there. I mean, it's my favorite. I mean, I think it's my favorite because I've listened. I bet you if I looked at all the Christmas songs I've listened to, I bet you this is the one I've probably listened to the most. I mean, it's covered a lot and it's been out there a while, and it's been out there since like 1967, so it's been out there a while. But yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah. I dig it.
It's an awesome song. It's a fun song.
So
it's
we didn't even
It's not one that
you're not going to play it at church, are you?
No, it's not one you're going to play at church. It's not one that that your mom's going to say is her favorite.
I don't know. What about your mom?
Not going to go there.
I know it's getting. This is more awkward for us folks than you. Seriously, like, because his mom is my mother-in-law. So, well, we gotta tell about our format here. So on Under the Covers here, the way we do this is we listen to the original version of a song, and we compare and contrast it to the cover version or a cover version of that same song. And then at the end here, we'll recap it, compare and contrast some more, and then we'll independently say which one do we like better. Like last time it was Stuck on a Desert Island. I can't remember what we did on version 1, but like the first episode. But yeah, this is the festive Christmas version of this, and Backdoor Santa.
Backdoor Santa by Clarence Carter.
Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter, Clarence Carter. Hey, did you get all your Christmas shopping done? You still shopping?
I haven't started.
Oh, look at you.
I know, December 24th, and here I am still waiting to buy gifts. It's nothing.
I see what you did there. Pulling the wool over people's eyes, saying, "Oh, it's the 24th. We're going to release this on Christmas Eve."
No, I haven't started yet. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm well on my way, which means my wife Mindy, she's well on her way of buying presents. I did buy you something. I'm pretty excited about. So yeah,
nice. I've got your gift planned. I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm quite excited about your gift.
Nice.
Speaking of gifts, I bought myself a few.
Yeah? What'd you buy?
Yeah. I got a few records. Got a few new records. I bought them today. I got
nice.
Sly and the Family Stone, Stand.
Booyah.
All beautiful like. I bought Kansas, Leftoverture.
Nice.
It's a good one. If you like prog rock and Carry On Wayward Son, with a lot of songs that sound like that, just aren't as popular. And Elton John, Too Low for Zero.
Wow.
A couple of my favorites on there.
Nice.
It's got I'm Still Standing, and I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Ooh.
Which also has the line in it under the cover. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When you said has the line in it, I wasn't sure if you were going to refer to Backdoor Santa, which I was like, damn, I didn't know Elton John did that on a non-Christmas album.
But no, that was my little present to myself. I buy quite a few albums, so too many lately. But speaking of Christmas and gifts, Clarence Carter has a gift for a few women in his town with this song.
Yes, he does. Yeah, this is quite the song, man. Clarence Carter. A lot of people don't know. Well, know Clarence Carter from his most popular song, which is "Strokin'."
That was a hit.
Well, and it was funny because it came out in 1986. And it was kind of funny when I started researching all this. For some reason, I thought that was his first song, that was big. But it was late in his career. Actually, he was kind of bummed out because it was because disco was kind of taking over and being strong. So that song sounds like it's disco, and that one has some edgy lyrics in it as well.
Quite a few.
It was actually so raunchy that the radio wouldn't play it, and he invented the word sexified.
Nice.
Now, I will tell you, when Clarence Carter says sexified, it melts women, and if I say it to your sister, she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I mean, I guess that's what you get for I don't know how many years of marriage now, 20-some.
Oh, it's been a long time for sure. It's been a long. So yeah, don't if you're trying to woo the women, don't read the lyrics to "Strokin'," especially the last part where the song climaxes. And it says, "If my stuff ain't tight enough, you can stick it up my whoop."
Do you think he was referencing Backdoor Santa in that line?
I think it was very, very close to that for sure. It might have been just a couple inches away from that. Yeah,
just a couple inches away. So
might
have left a bruise somewhere.
So
did you know that Clarence Carter was born blind?
Yes, I just found that out. I just thought he was cool all the time and wore sunglasses because he's such a rock star that everybody's like, bam. But yeah, I just found that out. I really didn't
Yeah,
know that until 2 days ago.
I honestly didn't either. I learned that as well recently, that he was born blind, and basically was a self-taught musician as well. Um,
Nice,
born in
nice.
Alabama, so
Alabama.
Alabama.
I used
That's
to
where
live there.
his soul comes from. You
It,
did. I
it,
saw
it
Wolf
is.
there.
Yeah, it certainly. It was so yeah, some other blind musicians: Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, Jeff Healey, blind Willie McTowell, and probably the biggest of them all, Blind Melon.
Oh, what about the Blind Boys of Alabama?
Are they all blind?
Possibly. And I apologize, I did not laugh at your joke because that was a good one.
No, but Clarence Carter, 87 as of right now, and I will tell you this: after listening to him this last week here, I'm sort of embarrassed that maybe my grandparents talked like this. I didn't know this sort of risque love and debauchery.
Debauchery?
There you go. You read a lot, so I don't. So
Re-
you're kind of the word guy. Existed back then, but he's 87 years old right now. I thought he was dead. I
so
thought he
you
was dead.
just, yeah, it is a surprise that he's alive, but the key point I'm focusing on here is that you think your grandparents like talk like Clarence Carter. Like, do you think your
Well,
grandparents listen to Stroking? And
th- well, I well they I mean they weren't from Alabama and they weren't black and they weren't blind, but I don't know what they said. But damn, if they're talking about doing in the woo, that's pretty aggressive. I didn't think that was around.
so what was the word again that turns my sister off?
Well, the entire song is stroking, actually, or
Yeah.
sexified. Sexified.
Sexified. That's what it is. Yeah, I could picture your grandpa saying that. I met him once. He seemed like a guy who would say sexified.
Oh yeah, he would. He'd say sexified and kick your ass, like literally. Actually, you would say sexified. He would kick your ass for saying that word, but then go to the golf club and tell everybody about the new word he heard, which is sexified.
Oh,
So no, Clarence Carter, man, he's really a blues musician. And I dig, you know me, I love the blues. Has some funk in it.
hmm
Played at Muscle Shoals or used the Shoals band, the Fame band
yeah.
there. Funk Soul for Days. He started a band with a buddy named Calvin. They called themselves Clarence and Calvin, but that must have been too long because back then letters were expensive, so they renamed themselves C&C.
Oh,
And then they grew from there into a factory, so they were the C&C Music Factory.
makes sense.
Doesn't really make sense.
You gotta pump up the jams.
They got that's so bad.
Oh God. Yeah, so the Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, that's I think where he recorded this song, correct?
Yeah, yeah, and I
Yeah.
went by there one time when I used to live in Decatur, Alabama, and drove over there to see Muscle Shoals and the Fame Studios before. And to me, it was I didn't really enjoy living in Alabama, but seeing that place and knowing all the history there from the Rolling Stones. I mean, there's just a million people that went through there.
Yeah. Like
But
you
man, they
said,
had
Rolling Stones, Aretha Franklin,
yeah,
um,
Leonard Skinner.
uh, Leonard Skinner, uh, Dwayne Allman, Otis Redding,
Oh yeah, Dwayne Allman had like
Wilson Pickett.
yeah,
Dwayne Allman
wasn't
was like a resident there.
that's the thing. That's what I was just going to say. I think he was a resident there. Like, actually
Yeah.
did a lot of session work there, which is awesome.
And yes, and he recorded with Clarence Carter multiple songs.
What? Dwayne Allman.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So one of them, so he's got an anthology album
Yeah.
that has a lot of the stuff he did while he was at the Fame Studios with other artists, and one of them is "The Road of Love." I highly recommend Googling that song, looking it up. Dwayne Allman has a big part in that song, playing his guitar. He's got a cool slide guitar solo in it as well. So yeah, that kind of brings Dwayne Allman and the Fame Studios back to Clarence Carter as they've recorded together. I don't think he was on Backdoor Santa, but he's been his stuff.
The Road of Love, the Road of Love must have been entirely right-hand turns. You know why?
I don't. Why?
So back in the old days, when there was just bench seats in the front of cars, and you didn't have any seat belts, if you had a hot little woman in the passenger seat, you could take a right-hand turn hard, and she would just slide on over to your lap.
Oh, nice. And then you stop short and you put your arm over.
Yeah. And then you look at her and deep into her eyes, and you say, "Sexified."
And you tell her, hey, I bought Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride kit. You want to go home?
Man, way to plug that brand. I tell you, man.
You know what? They're a good brand.
That's nice. That's good,
I
man.
appreciate
God,
them.
you're killing it on these podcasts. I tell you, I will tell you this. 16 minutes in, 2 mentions. We are going to be cashing checks. Oh, and check us out on our new Cameo.
Oh
So,
man.
so back in 1968, Backdoor Santa was released, and as a funky, raunchy single. And as I was saying, not really. I don't think it's really about Christmas. With lyrics like, "I ain't like old Saint Nick. He only comes but once a year." By the
Mm-hmm.
way, it's
He
embarrassing
he did.
reading that because I'm Nick.
But you're not old or a saint. You're definitely not a saint.
Definitely not Saint, but I am getting old. I'm definitely getting old. Went to the doctor today and told him how achy my bones are, and I feel like he looked at me and was like, "You're just getting old, dude." The other lyric, I come running with my sack, girl. I'm not sure he's talking about his presents. The satchel that is holding his presents.
Probably not. Probably not. That's one of those good old innuendos there.
Yeah, yeah. And then and wouldn't Santa be in trouble if there ain't no chimney in the house? Again, I'm not sure he's talking about the ventilation of the fireplace. I think he's talking about the woman.
Well, yeah, and also in that right before that line, he talks about how he leaves the back door open so he can sneak out. Like this dude he's got a plan. He talks about bringing presents for the kids to keep them occupied.
Oh yeah.
Well, if Clarence was bringing the kids pennies back in 1968 or 67, whenever it was recorded, what do you think he's bringing the kids nowadays?
Hmm. Probably marijuana and meth. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not that.
Wow. Okay. So
No, probably Fortnite gift cards. Scott, my son, is into this Fortnite stuff where I guess they have to buy like in-game stuff. But he's got a
well, yeah, they need all those cool dance moves and guns and I don't know.
yeah.
I've only played it once, so just culturally relevant or
Yeah.
culturally aware of the game.
Yeah. It's he plays a lot with his buddies. But I play Call of Duty. I like playing Call of Duty, so I can't fault him for it. But yeah. So this dude in Backdoor Santa, going back to the song, bringing it back to the song because that's what we do
Thank
here.
you.
We get off the beaten path and then we bring it always back to the song. Dude goes over to women's houses while their men are away, gives kids money, bangs them, and then in the morning, gets out of there. That's why he makes his runs at the break of day because
Just
old man factory workers coming home, and she's there all tired, sweaty, and being like, Clarence
in and
Carter.
out, in and out, in and out, real fast. Done.
Oh, for those who get to see the video here of this podcast, that was that brought it home for sure. Let's just say that. So there are a lot of covers of this song. It's a blues standard song. So for those that don't know what a blues standard song is usually it's just three chords, or more or less three chords with a bridge. But there's a lot of funk, a lot of soul, a lot of just cool stuff, and some of the covers that people who've done this is BB King. John Popper actually did a cover with this with BB King. Bon Jovi, Black Crowes, one of our favorites, and the band called Jet, which is who we've chosen here. A lot of people have forgotten about Jet. I think they were a hell of a band.
Yeah. Back in the early 2000s, they were it.
You could not get away from that band in the early 2000s. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of covers out there, and the other thing that's kind of interesting about these old blues guys and the way they would record stuff and put them on albums is that I don't really know what album this thing was on, like originally. I don't know if it was
on a compilation album called
Soul
Christmas. Yeah, Soul Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's been sampled before by like Run DMC.
Yeah, Christmas in Hollis. And I was going to bring that up because my friend Stacy, she thinks we should do like a bonus feature sometime with sampled songs. And so I told her we'd have to get her on as a guest one of these days and call it Samples with Stacy. But yeah, shout out to Stacy. Backdoor Santa sampled in Christmas in Hollis. I'm pretty sure Stacy knows that song. So.
Nice. Man, samples are gosh dang, my favorite sampled album, or the album that has it, is Paul's Boutique by Beastie Boys. There are like a gazillion samples on that album.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite albums too. As much as I like License to Ill, that one kicks ass. So yeah, let's
this song was also
maybe we want to give it a listen.
Some movies. This song was also featured in some movies too. Yeah. So
what? I didn't know this.
Yeah. So the biggest one that I could find that it was featured in was Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Also Phil Hartman. Rest in peace. Great guy there. It was also on an episode of How I Met Your Mother. Which
that has Bob Saget.
It brings it back around as Bob Saget, who I mistakenly said was the Wonder Years guy. So,
see, this podcast just weaves in and out of itself. I mean, if you guys didn't hear that episode where we talk about Bob Saget for about 8 seconds, you should listen to it.
It's like a snake eating its tail. What's that called?
A tail-eating snake? I don't know.
There you go. And
so I didn't think Arnold Schwarzenegger would have a song so raunchy in his movie.
I know, and it was a children's movie. It's actually a really good movie. I watched it like a year or two ago, and as an adult man watching it alone, it was fun.
Yeah.
Just gonna say that.
Did you get your candy cane out?
I did not. I did not get my candy cane out. But yeah, good movie. All right, here we go. 3.
All right, so we're back into this, right? We're where are we?
We're gonna listen to the song. I will link the songs in the episode description. Spotify links,
nice.
Other links that I'm able to, YouTube, whatnot. So we'll give it a listen. What is it? It's a 2-minute, 15-second long song. So it's
the version I got is 2 minutes 16 second.
Oh my gosh! I'm sorry.
Geez, you're way off. Okay.
I'm playing on a vinyl, so
There you go. There you go. And it has about 10 point. The version I had is about 10.7 million listens. But there's a lot of versions out there. I didn't want to go and get my abacus out and start to add these things up. But yeah, on Spotify, there's about 10.7 or more. So yeah, let's give it a listen and we'll go from here.
Let's do it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That cracks me up when he does that in the song.
I know, it cracks me up. And you know how you know that this is a Christmas song? Sleigh bells.
Oh, sleigh bells throughout the song.
Never ending.
Just keep it tight.
Yeah, you could put sleigh bells in like a Slayer song, and it'd be like, oh, here comes a Christmas song.
Yeah, that was like those sleigh bells. I love them. Like for that, like they go well the rest of the song.
Yeah, I just think that, you know, if you didn't have the word Santa or sleigh bells, this would be a song that would never be played. But it's there, and then obviously he goes ho ho ho, which oh, oh,
Yeah.
okay, Santa.
Oh,
But
that's a
damn,
fun song.
it just oozes funk and soul, and the Fame Studios
Mm-hmm.
band just there's nothing crazy about it. It's all feel, right? It's all soul, it's all heart, it's all that. I mean, I don't even think there's a really big drum
Mm-hmm.
fill. I mean, there's a couple, but God, it's cool.
No, it's just dirty and funky and soulful all throughout. Just that the horns. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun song. Like it should be on everybody's Christmas playlist.
It should be, unless you're under the 13-year-old version. You know, you probably shouldn't be listening to shit like this.
Well, I mean, think about what we listened to as kids and how we just sang along and didn't really think about what any of it was.
Oh
Like
yeah,
like there's so much stuff now that I listen to.
yeah.
Uh
And you
that
know,
that just
like it. And if you're like a pubescent boy, I mean, when you get this song, quote unquote, get it. I mean, you're gonna go from 6 to 12 pretty quick, right? I mean, uh,
you'll be wearing Axe spray the next day.
yeah. Yeah, no teacher, I can't get up right now.
Gotta stop wearing sweatpants to school, I guess.
So bringing it back to this song, yeah, I mean, it was, I do dig it. You know, you could put almost any lyrics in this, and you'd be like, yeah, this is pretty kick-ass. Especially for, you know, like I said, 1967, I think it said it was. Gosh dang, I mean, fucking, and I love the blues, man. I mean, the blues to
Mm-hmm.
me are just, it's where it's at. So
Yeah. No, that was a fun song. Just thinking about, all the history of where it was recorded and everything, and you can just feel it. You can feel that energy in the song. Um, it's very, other than Strokin', I'm sure there's a lot more Clarence Carter out there that I haven't heard because he's been recording for a very, very long time. But it sounds, that bluesy, funky, soulful Muscle Shoals sound is what
yeah.
you hear in a lot of Clarence Carter's stuff, especially his more popular stuff. Um, but yeah, that was it's a fun song.
and
Put it on your
and
playlist.
it is. You guys should listen to this. And you know, when we were putting this episode together, we wanted a Christmas song. You know, there, like I said, there's a lot of covers out there. You listen to BB King, you get kind of the same vibe. Obviously, he has that same feel. The Jet version, quite a bit different.
Yeah,
It's not. I mean, even the Black Crowes version is very soulful.
yeah,
The Jet version is more, a little more rocking, which it fits their kind of theme. You know, that's kind of
yeah,
that's who they were.
yeah. Because when we picked the song, like honestly, Nick suggested it, and I'm thankful for it. And I was surprised he didn't pick the Crows, but listening to it, the Crows version just sounds so. It's the same. Like they
Yeah,
didn't really reinvent it. to their own. I mean, the Crows are very soulful themselves, so it's not like they didn't do it like the Crows would do it. So they really couldn't reinvent it
Yeah,
like Jet did.
yeah, and it's more of an homage versus just this is us.
Just yeah, yeah.
And Jet, I think they were founded around in, I don't know, 2000, 2001, somewhere right around there. And
Hmm.
gosh dang, I think the first time I heard that I can remember hearing Jet was actually on this Madden football. I think it was on one of the Madden opening screens, and it was "Are You Going to Be My Girl?" And, and I think it was on one of the menus. Do you remember that?
It sounds, and now that you're saying that, I'm vaguely remembering that being, yeah, one of those
And
openings.
yeah, and that was that song there was sort of an homage in itself because it was there was a is it Lust for Life? Iggy Pop, I think it has that sort of drum, or there's a
Yeah.
drum pattern that
Do 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 do
do,
do.
do, 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 do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jet was ever apologetic about who their influences were, from Beatles, Stones, Faces, AC/DC, T-Rex. I mean, all those things. Um, they put those influences right out in front, and I thought they were going to like take over the world. I thought they were going to be, big as the Stones. I kind of think they may have flamed out. I mean, the album that they were on was Get Born, and that was their biggest album, their first
Yeah.
one. And
Full of hits.
geez, I mean, I just got that record recently and listening to it all the way through. It's like every song, I'm like, dude, I love this song,
Hmm.
But even Get Born, the title was a reference to a Bob Dylan, Subterranean Homesick Blues, which was "I Get Born, Keep Warm, Short Pants, Romance," something like that. But it was in there. I mean, that's why they did that. So,
Nice. I
they,
didn't know that.
yeah. And again, I mean, that if you look at the album, just it reeks of 70s, late 70s rock.
Hmm.
And that song, "Are You Gonna Be My Girl," was just everywhere at that time. Um,
Yeah.
and
Cold Hard Bitch. That was a good
oh
one
man,
from that
that's
album.
yeah, that song is patient. It's uh, look, everybody, if you're listening to this, you should probably pick up that album, give it a spin again, because it's a hell of an album. Um, and yeah, they recorded at Sunset Sound Studios, which is where they recorded "Exile on Main Street," "Pet Sounds," "Purple Rain," or part of "Purple Rain." Um, so I mean, they they came in and swung a big stick for sure.
Hmm. I picked
Now it
up
was
the
funny.
Purple Rain picture disc not too long
Oh,
ago.
nice.
It's ki- yeah,
You
it's
know
kind of
what?
fun.
I
It's
picked it
got,
up.
The picture on it. I picked it up last year, and it was at Christmas time or Black Friday time, and they had all their records at this major retail chain that rhymes with golf art. Just made that up, but it was really cheap, and they didn't have a price tag on it, so the lady just sold it to me for $5.
nice, nice.
Yeah,
That's good.
so
Those golf cart employees are so nice.
they they are they
I
are
think
they are
they're known for their greeters, right?
right. Yeah, the very nice greeters that they got there. I don't. I think the greeter at ours is maybe as blind as Clarence Carter. I literally think he's a blind guy, actually. But he's
Well,
a good dude.
bring a guitar or a piano next time and see if he's a prodigy.
Absolutely.
So, Jet,
So, yeah,
Jet, they are from Australia.
put another
Um,
shrimp on the bobby, right?
yeah, the land down under.
I come from a land down under. Is that was that
gonna
them?
eat a gonna eat a Vegemite sandwich.
Wow, what?
That's a line in one of those songs.
Oh my gosh.
God, what song was that from? Like, it might have been that song, Down Under.
Probably one of my most favorite Australian bands is actually Midnight Oil. Was that them? Was that
Okay.
Midnight Oil? Was that Midnight Oil that you were just singing? I come from land down under. No. Beds Are
No.
Burning. Beds Are Burning is the song that I'm.
Yeah.
And In Excess. Gosh,
Michael Hutchins. Rest in peace.
put another shrimp on the Bobby Hutchins. That was
Men
his
at
middle
Work.
name.
Put another show. What was the Dumb and Dumber? Oh, where are you from? Austria.
Ooh,
Oh,
yummy.
put another shrimp on the Bobby.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, they
Love it.
also say crikey. That's another
Crikey.
thing Australians say.
That's the one I should
Yeah.
have went with. I should have went with Crikey.
Yeah.
Where Nick was what's his name from Nick Chester from Jet. He was playing Madison Square Garden. He was like, Crikey, we're gonna be the best band in the world. Up there with
So
the greatest.
is that how to pronounce her name, Chester?
I think so.
So it's
Or
Chester without an H?
Chester?
Yeah,
Kester? I don't know.
Kester.
Kester?
I don't know.
Maybe my notes just autocorrected it to Chester, being like, "You're an idiot,
Yeah,
Nick."
because we got Nick without a K and Chris without a K. Kester or
Chris
Chester?
without a K.
Well, because it's not like Chris Kringle with a K.
Yeah, I guess.
Holiday. Come on.
Oh, I see. Chris Kringle. There we
Think
go.
about it.
We'll call him Nick and Chris Kringle. How about that? I think this song actually came out in 2003, which I think was probably a record company deal saying, "Hey, let's keep this momentum going," because that was when they were really starting to kick in, and everything was kind of happening for them. It took a while for that album to get going.
Yeah, I think I saw it was like a B-side special holiday release to one of the songs.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one, but yeah, I think you're right. It was just kind of like, let's keep this momentum rolling. Let's get some holiday sales. Pick back up on the album.
Yeah.
You know, not all our money is going to be spent towards Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride, so we need some for this album.
We got to get that button. We got to get those buttons that can cue up certain sounds, because that would have been the cha-ching button.
Yeah, I've got this soundboard here. What was the one where? Oh yeah. Does this make me sound like a chipmunk? Does this make me sound like the devil?
Well, it doesn't right now, but I'm sure you should just do it. You should have just been like, "Okay, Dave," and then "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch." Be like, "Whoa, that button does a ton."
Sorry, we got I got new toys and I like to mess around with them.
It's appropriate that we're doing this song when you got new toys. So let's dive into this song. It's 2 minutes and 14 seconds, so a couple seconds less than the Clarence Carter version, or 1 second less than the vinyl version. Yeah, they were just wanting to save some time there. And on Spotify, there's only 334,000 listens to this, which I think are pretty much all mine and yours.
Yeah. YouTube only had like 117,000.
Oh wow!
Compared to 1.6 million for the Clarence Carter, so quite a discrepancy. Or is that the right word? No, probably not. Disparity.
Disparity. Yeah, let's go with that. You're the reader. I mean, if it's a word fact check, I'm going to look at you. So if you say bad words, I'm going to be like, I don't know what he's
saying. Bad words like what? Like fuck?
Oh, well, not like fuck, but I mean, I was like more like words that don't exist, like nexit, which is my made up word for the next exit.
Next exit. I've always liked that one. You've got some bad ideas, but that's one of your good ones.
That one I'm taking to the moon. I'm trying to figure out how to monetize it. So maybe it's the next sponsor we have.
Well, let's take it to the Nexit and listen to Jet.
Jet, here we go. Coming in hot.
Coming in hot for sure. We'll just start out with some drums in your face. Just the bass kicks in.
I think that I think that some of this was driven by the producers and the record company, and I think obviously with "Are You Going to Be My Girl" and some other songs that are on that record that are very bass front heavy, like grow into it. I think that they were like, dude, just come in with that same bass stuff, big fuzzy bass, and get you there. But shit, man, when you song ends, I mean, it's a wall of sound. It's like, hey, everybody play all your instruments at once. Like, let's just keep it going, you know?
Yeah, turn it up to 11.
It, yes, exactly. This one goes up to 11. You know, and it's funny, there's a piano or electric keyboard that's all the way through it that
Mm-hmm.
it almost takes the place of the sleigh bells, because I didn't know this was a Christmas song because I didn't have the sleigh bells. But
Yeah.
they had this piano just going ding 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 the whole time,
Yeah.
doing basically the same thing. But so that guy had to do double duty because the song definitely has a sweet B3 Leslie sound, which who doesn't love a Leslie and a B3?
Right, right. No, I completely agree. And yeah, it takes over the jingle bells and also the horns.
Yeah.
Like so, but yeah, that B3 sound just emanating through you
Oh
is
my
it's
gosh.
great.
Yeah, and it's funny. Everybody should know that Charlie got to see me. So I, as I told you guys before, as I play guitar, and I just at home, I just like to play. I'm not great or anything like this, but I always wanted to have a Leslie amp. Now, a Leslie amp, for those that don't know, is just it's a thing that spins the speaker around, so it makes this warbly sound. Warbly is probably not a real word, so you might want to fact check that one. But
Warbly is a real word.
oh, cool. And so the day it was actually my birthday a couple years ago that I found one here locally that I wanted to buy, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I can, get this guy to save me a few bucks and not buy it for so expensive. So I brought my guitar over to this guy's place. We plugged it in, and I like strummed like one chord with this, and Charlie saw my face, so I was like, "Nah, I'm paying full price for this thing. I'll take
Yeah,
it home
this is
today."
mine. This is mine. We're putting it in the Jeep, going home.
But I play
uh,
guitar through it. Most people play keyboards through it, and it just has the coolest sound. It's
it's
you can
awesome.
put it in any song, I think, and it'd be sound cool.
Yeah, it was like Christmas Day for you then.
It was. I had been looking for that thing for a long time. So, um, the other thing that they don't do in this song, that's good, is there's not a ton. Yes, there's a at the end when the guitars are playing and everything kind of comes forward, but they didn't overdo guitars. It's like they have some fills and they have some some skank on it, I guess.
Hmm.
But it's not like they went crazy with guitars to make this like a raging thing, which I think Jet's always been good at.
Yeah. No, I agree. It wasn't anything over the top. It was Jet. Like if you've never heard Jet before and you listen to that song first, I mean, first of all, if that's your first time ever hearing Jet, good for you.
Yeah.
That's a weird intro to them, but I mean, you go and listen to the album Get Born, you're gonna get pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect. And again, love it or hate it that the record company maybe wanted that thing. It's great to get people into it, and
Hmm.
so they were really smart to do it. At the end there, when everything kind of kicks in there, that wall of sound is very Phil Spector-ish, and that's that homage back to the classic rock and roll. I think it's awesome the way they did it.
Hmm.
The one thing I will say is because we not only compare but we contrast, so we can go this way, is that where the Clarence Carter version was more backbeat or behind the beat to get a little more funk. This song is hard charging all the way through. It's very forward. You're going into something versus them where you're kind of a little harder to dance to Clarence Carter's version. But this one here is just kind of like, hey,
Hmm.
I'm doing this time signature the whole time. So,
Yeah.
and they
No.
laugh at the end of this. They laugh actually a couple times in this song. When you hear it, if you turn it up in your earphones, you'll be able to hear them kind of laugh. They're tongue in cheek. They know what they're getting into. They know they were banging chicks when the dudes are gone, and
They
surprised he didn't
didn't want
turn
to
it
do the
to.
ho ho ho's, so they did
I'm
the
surprised
laugh.
rather than yeah. I'm surprised that they what currency do they have in Australia?
I think it's the kiwi.
Oh, they didn't say, I gave the kids some kiwis so they get out of the house or whatever it is.
So it's not kiwis. Kiwis are what some people call people from New Zealand.
Ah, that's where kiwis are from?
But I just couldn't think of what Australian money is. I just didn't want you to go to work tomorrow and be like,
It's
"Hey guys, I'm going to Australia. I'm gonna convert my dollars to kiwis real quick."
I'll say this, if I have my own personal problems, if I just go busting into the office tomorrow, I'll be like, guess what? Did you guys know in Australia their currency is called kiwis? Like that's running on faith if I've ever heard it. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
so are you looking up kiwis now, or
I'm looking up Australian
I want to call
dollars.
them crikeys.
This is not good podcasting.
This is not good podcasting, but that's why you guys are here, for not good podcasting. So when you listen to a good podcast, you can be like, wow, those guys are really unprofessional.
Oh,
And
guess how fucking boring this is. It's called
what
the Australian dollar. That's some bullshit right there.
they should
Change it to kiwis.
yes, I'm running on that platform. I'm moving to Australia tomorrow. We're changing our currency.
Oh god.
So let's
So
going back to the
I
song.
yes. I wanted to show you this Christmas ornament that I got a couple years ago that I had to pull out of the box.
If it's a kiwi, I'm gonna lose my shit.
It's not, but it fit this song, and I was like, I don't think you've ever seen this. I don't think I've showed you this, but it's a stripper gingerbread on a candy cane bowl. For those of you who cannot see it, it's got like a red and green tassely gingerbread breast. It's on a stripper pole. It also makes a sound, so hopefully this isn't trademarked.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So yeah, I thought I'd share that beautiful.
Is that actually nipples on that thing?
I don't know if they're nipples.
Oh, I can see.
mean,
Yeah, it's just sparklies or something.
sparklies, yeah, like big old pasties.
What's that in its nether region there? Is that a
I think it's a candy cane belly butt or a gumdrop. That's the word I'm looking for.
that's not a
Gumdrop. Oh, this in the middle is the where it says press here.
well that seems like it's a belly button. I thought the other thing was a
it could be
a landing strip.
Could be she's looking for her backdoor Santa.
I guess so. I guess so. I see where we crikey. I can see where we went today.
Oh dear. I just felt it was very fitting for this song theme, so wanted to show you that.
It certainly is. It certainly is. It's only twice in this podcast that I felt extremely uncomfortable now. So,
well, that's great. Not too bad. We've this is our third, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing too bad.
No, it's good. It's good. So let's see here. I got the last one to go first here. Why don't you? Where are you at with this thing, bro?
Oh gosh,
crikey.
Crikey,
good day. Where are you at on this one?
This is a tough one, because I really love both versions for their own reasons. They are completely different songs in their own right. Clarence Carter.
Clarence Carter.
Went with his roots, and just played that funky, soulful Muscle Shoals sound. Jet went with what they do best, and that's just melt your eyeballs with their music. This is tough, but I'm going with the original. Clarence Carter is my winner for this one. I like the jingle bells throughout the song. I love the ho ho ho. I like the.
That makes it legitimately a Christmas song, right?
It does, but I don't know. It just sounds like he's the one who would be the backdoor Santa over Jet. Like like Jet's just gonna go in the front door and just be like, "Crikey, fuck you, mate," and just not give a shit. Clarence Carter is gonna be like, "Hey, kitty," not like cat, but "Hey, little kids, do you want pennies?" But anyway, so I feel like Clarence Carter embodies the song more than Jet does. Also, I yeah, sticking with that vote.
Nice. I thought when you said kitty, you were going to say kitty on my foot and I won't want to touch it. Um,
No, sorry, I'm
it's
not a
it's
president
cool.
of the United States.
Again, of America, you're going to run for
Thank you.
office in Australia and get those dollars changed. Again, it's cool doing this podcast because you listen to these two songs and you go back and forth, and I think you and I both take it seriously about like we've got to like vote for one, right? We gotta do one or the other, and we can't be lukewarm around this. And again, for the third time in a row, which was intentional, that I'm kind of torn here. For the Clarence Carter version, as I always say, he wrote it, right? So you give a lot of bonus points there. The funk just oozes. His voice sounds like Santa to me, and obviously you do the ho ho ho. I guess that's what I thought Santa sounded like. Conversely, the sleigh bells after a while make me want to actually punch an elf, like right in the fucking face, like the whole time. Like I'm
I
like, gosh dang.
understand.
There's a part there I was like, gosh dang, if we could just chill that out a little bit. I get where we're going here, Jet, loud guitars, love loud guitars, rock and fucking roll. I gotta say it just that way. I mean, it is. You can tell they went to a studio, probably listened to the song like 3 times, and they're like, you know what? Let's just rank this, get this out real quick. Let's do a little coke and let's fucking nail this. The Leslie, gosh, love the Leslie. Makes my nipples hard. And
Pretty
conversely,
much.
it it doesn't. The song really doesn't get to a climax. Like it doesn't really get to this thing. It just kind of keeps going. So that's my my negative on it. Now, changing it up tonight, I was gonna go with the Clarence, and I even had like a little thing written. I was gonna say I think he gets the candy cane wet and slippery as he puts it in the stocking. Jet goes and jams it in the chimney. So that was my hot take. But now that I listened to it tonight and I'm a few beers deep, I'm like, fuck, I love Jet. I'm going with Jet tonight.
Nice.
It's just
Nice.
it just is what I love about 70s rock and roll, loud guitars and everything. And so yeah, I'm changing it. I changed it at the last minute here. I had this written down for 2 days. So
Nice. I like it. I like it. I'm glad, we're just saying what the heart wants and feels,
yeah.
what the
We're
nipples show.
That's why I wore a sweater tonight because it's very cold in my basement.
Well, I wore my Christmas shirt,
I
Malik
know.
Leaky Maka.
By the way, I've never seen that actually written out like
Yeah.
that.
I don't know if it's correct, but Santa's also there.
Jeez. I was wondering if melee needs to have a hyphen or is it 2 words really?
That's a question for the Hawaiians.
Or Chevy Chase. Nah, I guess yeah.
Yeah. He probably doesn't know. But
Yeah.
that's a fun song
Yeah.
from a great movie. It was featured in Christmas Vacation.
Yep. Just listen to that.
And
Or watched it, excuse me.
yeah, I watched it as well recently. But speaking of Christmas songs, like we have been this whole episode, what truly is your favorite Christmas song?
Truly.
I know this is up there. It's a fun song. It's up there for me too, especially after this year. But yeah, what's your real favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song is "Oh Holy Night" for sure.
Okay.
That's the one that in just about every version of it, whether it's Christina Aguilera. There was at church one time, the priest sang it just solo, straight up, which is by the way, a ballsy song to do,
Yeah.
just solo without nothing, just ripping it out. To I think Michael Bublé or whatever his name is. I just dig that song. I love the progression of it. How about yourself?
My favorite Christmas song is called "Christmas, Baby, Please Come Home"
Yeah.
by Darlene Love. It's not obviously a religious song or a White Christmas or Oh Holy Night kind of popularity, but there's something about just all of that song, like the way everything comes together in it,
Yeah.
just makes me feel comfortable, and it kind of gives me chills every time I hear it. Like I love it. I love
Yeah.
everything about that song. So
That's awesome. And I really will say in general, um, I do like Christmas music. When it gets to around Thanksgiving, I'm probably one of the early adopters to playing my Nick's Christmas playlist, which has hundreds of songs on it, and I pretty much dig them all across the board. Um,
hmm
I what song I cannot stand is "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree."
oh,
That one.
okay.
Speaking of punching elves, I mean that one right there.
I learned recently that song, the woman who sang it, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She was 13 when she recorded that.
What?
Yeah, she sounded like she had been smoking for like 10 years. By the time, like,
Rocking around.
well, no, it wasn't that bad, but she sounded like a freaking adult. Like, I think it was recorded back in the 50s or 60s, and yeah, my mind was blown when I found out she was 13, because like my nephew's 14. I mean, he sounds like a man, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess, but
Well, he's been smoking for years, so it's
it's true. It's true. Oh,
all right.
but
Well, hey, I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Um, do
yeah,
we
and I
want to
hope
give another? Do we want to give another plug to our sponsor? I mean, this is the fourth time, and we're gonna get some
I mean, we can
royalties.
definitely call them out.
Crikey, we're gonna get some
They
royalties.
only paid me for two, but yeah, again, today's episode was brought to you by Santa's Secret Sleigh Ride Kit. Unleash the magic of the back door with our exclusive kit that brings a whole new meaning to the spreading of holiday cheer. And we all
Holiday
hope
cheer.
that
That's what it's all about.
you all have a wonderful holiday season. Whatever you celebrate, if you don't celebrate at all, just enjoy the beautiful cold weather if you're up north. I don't know. Do you have any snow over there, Nick?
No snow yet. No snow, but it's coming. I can tell.
No, no.
Like the backdoor Santa, it's coming
Yeah, we got.
at least once a year.
No, backdoor Santa comes all the time. It's only old Saint Nick that only comes once a year. So you get
All right,
that secret sleigh ride kit and keep everything nice and loose when Santa comes to town.
you bet, man. You bet. Well, I appreciate it. Everybody,
All right.
leave your comments below and in the comments, and um, let us know what you guys think. Oh, you know what? Let us know what your favorite Christmas song is.
Yes.
And
Yes, please.
we'll tell you how wrong you are. I'm taking the moment. We're going to extend this. We're going to extend this. Bonus hours here. We might get a little extra. Scott tonight, I was picking him up from Scouts, and he's like, "You know what we talked about in school today, Dad?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "If Die Hard was a Christmas movie." And I was like, "So what was the arguments?" And he told me. And then he goes, "Can we watch that again, like real soon?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's kill some
Nice.
terrorists."
Nice. Just out of curiosity, what did he and his friend? I know Scott's opinion, but did they have some debate going on with that one?
Pretty much universally was a Christmas movie.
Okay.
There was some shitty girls or something like this. I wasn't listening. That said, "Oh no, it's just a weird terrorist movie." But girls at 13, 14, they don't know. They don't know.
They don't know. We got to introduce them to. Nope. Gonna stop there. I was gonna say this song, but nope.
No,
Stop. Cancel it. We're
cancel.
canceled. I might cut that.
No, that's what's going to get us subscribers and you arrested.
Oh man! Again, share your favorite Christmas songs. Share your opinions. Please tell us what you think. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you all have a wonderful time with friends, family, whoever you decide to spend this season with. We will be back soon. We've got some bangers coming up.
Bangers.
They
Crikey.
slap.
Crikey, we got some bangers.
Crikey.
Bet.
Bet.
I bet.
Truth.
All right,
right,
everybody.
man.
Over and out.
Oh, bye.
Bye.